Can you hear me? Am I live, people? I think I'm live, right? So anyway, it is crazy hot out here in New York today. Crazy hot. I know I've got some friends who are down south right now in a spot that's like even more insanely hot. So I wanted to hop on really quick for a few things. One is to talk about how not to have your makeup melt off your face when it's just like this vile outside, and to just give you a couple of heads ups about what's going on and tell you what's been on the podcast. I know we had a scheduled Facebook Live this week, and we had to reschedule it. It's with the author of Classic Beauty, and you should go to FocusOnStyle.com/beauty with a capital B, beauty, no, I'm sorry, go to bit.ly.com, bit.ly/beauty with a capital B podcast. I'll put all the links below, and you can hear this amazing podcast that I have about the history of beauty, about classic beauty. It is an incredible, incredible, incredible book. It's gorgeous, right? Like, I don't know about you, but when I used to look at old beauty campaigns, I think about where I was in my life. So if I look at an old advertisement from something, let's say, I don't know, the 80s or the 70s, that's familiar to me, I think about, where I was at that point in time and what it means to me and what it meant to me and where I am now. You can also look at different ways beauty relates through history and what's going on. It's really cool. So I highly recommend that you pop over to Focus on Style. We have a really passionate podcast with the author, Gabriela Hernandez. I'll put all the links below. And I also want to, I'll be frank, I want to test out new equipment. I have a new MacBook Pro, and it has this like bizarro slim port to put things in, and I'm all the way out here where I normally need to get an Ethernet cable, which is about 100 feet long from where it comes from, to plug in when I want to go live. And this contraption that I had to buy, which was not cheap, it's it's got these little hairs in it. Well, they break off, and I can't use it because it's a poor design. What happens is this skinny little holder goes into your computer, and then this multi-port heavy thing dangles. So by the time you use this for the second try, it busts. So that's a piece of crud, right? So I actually got another connection, and it didn't work. So returning that one to Best Buy. This one I got on Amazon, and it really sucks. I gotta tell you, it really sucks. So I'm doing a little experiment here to see if you can hear me and see me when I'm just on regular Wi-Fi. Oh, great. So now I see a note saying you don't see me live. Now, what the hell is that about? How are you not seeing me live, folks? You are seeing me. Wow. Okay, wait. Now, how's that? I'm also trying out my Ecamm Live, so shouldn't you be? I see that you're seeing me. I don't understand. I just saw. Are you not getting? Michael, team, do you not see me at all? Because I see that you see me. So I'm just gonna continue doing this because I don't know. We'll see. It's an experiment, right? So what I want to talk to you about today is something that is really important to most women who like to look good, and that is how do you keep your makeup in place when it is a crazy, crazy hot day like today. Today in New York, it's like hovering 100 degrees. I like to call this schwitz city. Like if you're just schwitzing, it is so hot. So you want to wear some makeup, but you don't want to wear too much makeup. So what I usually do is I wear my normal amount of makeup, and I have different ways of setting it. And it's really simple. If I'm looking for a way of maybe looking a little more polished, or I really want to sort of something that like maps up the extra shine and the perspiration and just really gives a prettier HD kind of friendly finish, I like Banana Power. It's a professional type face powder. The one I like is from Ben Nye. It's luxury powder, and the banana color. See, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. The banana color actually really just sets nicely, particularly on video. It's kind of inexpensive. You get it from a professional beauty place. I'll put it down. This whole big thing was only 16 bucks, but it's really, really old school. Ben Nye is like old Hollywood glamour movie star makeup line, and this is in a lot of really pro kits as well, pro makeup artist kits, and it's really great. And what I just do, it's really simple, is put it a little bit on a cap, and then I like these big brushes. This is a kabuki brush. I put a little bit on here, and I just sort of dab it on. Now, after you do this, or if you don't feel like doing this, you want to use regular makeup to set, there's two ways. There's something else I love, which is very pro. It's by Skindavia. Yeah, it's how you Skindavia. And they used to have something called 10 Years Younger, which of course it would not look 10 years younger. But this one is called the Makeup Finishing Spray. It's also from a pro place. You can get them on Amazon too. Total Pro Makeup. I believe that when you're wearing makeup, I use mostly makeup artist brands, pro brands, because regular over-the-counter makeup brands for me are really heavy and creamy and goopy and makeup-y, and I don't like them. Or I use pro brands, or I use a lot of French stuff, and I'll get into that later because I think French beauty is really beautiful. And I do get a couple of nice cheapy drugstore stuff. Like I love certain Maybelline shadows, and I will only wear cheap mascaras that I get in the drugstore. And there's actually even a eyeshadow line that you can only get at Target, which is a makeup artist line, but you can only get it at Target, and it's really good. But for the most part, I really believe in staying away from those big makeup company brands. There's just too much packaging, there's too much perfume in it, and they look very heavy and makeup-y on your skin, and that's not something that I find attractive or that even feels good. So this Skindavia, the Makeup Finishing Spray, it's really simple. After you put all your makeup on, and I have mascara, so I try to do this before I put mascara on, but now I'm wearing it, and you just basically give yourself a little quick spritz, and it will set your makeup for the rest of the day. And it's really light, it's not heavy, and it's fantastic. I'll put the links below this thing so you have them. And another thing that's really good, and Mr. Brad J. Bowles, I will tag you, turned me on to this years ago when he was a makeup artist and I was a stylist, and it is something you can get in the health food store. It's NAPCA, totally natural. And if you do go for a heavier finish, let's say you're just putting your makeup on it and it just looks too heavy, this will not only add a little bit of nourishing moisture to your face, but it'll give you a really nice dewy feeling and set your makeup without looking like gunky and drippy and heavy. So it's also, you can see this one is really well used. It was in I just pulled this out real fast. It's kind of pretty looking. It's got makeup stains on it. So this is my note to makeup brands. Like, why do you make white packaging? Because it always gets all gunked and covered with makeup no matter how much you clean it. So anyway, NAPCA, totally natural from the health food store, and you just spray it where you have a lot of makeup, and it gives you a nice dewy kind of look. It lasts forever, just like this does. These are the big ones. What I use when I travel, I get the little atomizers and I put them in. And if it's a really hot day like today, your makeup will stay in place and it won't drip all over your face. I also try on hot days to use more powder than cream, and especially under your eyes, I'll set it with a little bit of the banana powder first, so that make sure that it doesn't drip. But what I do like is, going back to French beauty, is on a day like today to be able to have something that's really super natural, or even if you're working from home and you don't want to put a lot of makeup on. And Orlane, which I love their stuff, they have these little things, this blush. Normally my blush is NARS Orgasm. It's a powder, that's the name of the color. But I also add this on top because it has this really light kind of, I never did a makeup tutorial before. This is really light kind of feel that's totally natural and is really pretty, and it feels good on your skin. It doesn't feel like you're wearing a lot of makeup. And then I take this other one, which is, I love highlighter. It really gives definition to your cheeks. I use powdered ones from Kevin Aquan normally, and then I'll use something like this. It's just like a little extra zhuzh, and to also brighten it up without having that like 80s cheesy makeup look. And it's very light, and it's really pretty, and it gives you that sort of sun-kissed, healthy look. And then as far as lipstick, I just use, also from Orlane, a little slight colored gloss, and it makes me look natural. And when it's like hot as hell out, like it is today, my makeup won't drip down my face. It will be set, and I'm not wearing much today. Normally I'll do, especially if I know I'm going to be seeing you on camera, I'll be using a little contour and maybe a little extra concealer because I've got such bad circles, and I'll put a little more attention to my eyelashes and my liner. But today, this is my normal work from home kind of makeup, and I just wanted to keep it au natural, or as au natural as I get, and simple for you, so you can kind of see. So if you're in an area and it's super hot and your makeup is dying and you feel uncomfortable because you just don't look polished and pulled together, just try setting it with something like this, a makeup finishing spray, and I'll put the links below to get these. This one is great. Or NAPCA from the health food store, also good, equal alternatives, and some powder. And I don't like pressed powder. I think it gets really old lady. I like these big kabuki brushes. I have a whole slew of them. This one that I grabbed today is just, I don't know, it's just called large kabuki. I don't even know who it's by. But I have a whole slew of them, and I just like the way they kind of make, it just makes your makeup a little evener, and I do a little like pat brush on it. And sometimes too, if I do contour and I want it to look more natural, I'll just put a little contour on this, and I'll just dab it on that way under my blush. So if you use a regular contour brush, sometimes it gets a little too perfect looking, so this makes for a softer look. And this banana powder it's the bee's knees. So I hope that helps. And being I'm doing this live, I hope you can see me. I do. I see people there. So do you guys have any questions? Because now I'm not even sure what's going on with this thing. Are you guys seeing me? Well, I'm going to, if the live isn't working, I am going to put this up as a recording. So I hope you have a wonderful hot day. Don't forget to go to FocusOnStyle.com and look for the 7 Days to Amazing podcast about classic beauty with Gabriela Hernandez. It's what's going on there now. And I will see you guys later. If you've got any after questions, I know I just popped on, just write them below and I'll get you. See you later. Bye. Stay cool.